Hey, how's it going? I am guessing you found my page because you're here to check out this bike. You want to learn about it, whether it's you want to buy this bike specifically, or you're comparing to find out what Fat Tire e-bike is right for you. Well, let's go for a ride and let's talk about it. Alright, so you're here looking for Fat Tire e-bikes, trying to figure out which one is going to be the best for you, whether it's the Freedare or another model. So when it comes to Fat Tire e-bikes, there's a lot of similarities. From the 4-inch wide tires, 26-inch hydraulic disc brakes, and front suspension, come in step over, step through. Generally a 750 watt rear hub motor, class 3, 28 miles an hour with a throttle, which is great. But problem is that there's so many different brands and varieties to choose from. You can pick colors, which one has the best color, which one has the best price, which one has the best sale going on. But there is differences between them. I've reviewed and test ridden a bunch of different ones of these. The differences, a lot of time, is simple things, not visually. So you have different types of sensors, such as speed sensors, cadence sensors, and torque sensors. Each one operates differently. Cadence and speed are going to give you more of that ghost pedaling experience, where you don't need to pedal to really get the motor going. As long as the cranks are turning, the motor is moving the bike. Now, the Freedare has a torque sensor, so it minimizes the ghost pedaling, and what it does is makes you have to still use your gears. Which is good if you want to still get a workout in and enjoy yourself and get a little bit of exercise. Even just the motion and just a little bit of pressure is going to give you a little bit of a workout. But one of the things I love about these Fat Tire e-bikes and everything is they can go almost anywhere. And because they're Fat Tire, they can handle many different terrains, gravel, stone, sand, snow, paved roads, unpaved roads. They give you a great ride. The front suspension definitely helps. You can also get some with a rear suspension, which are going to cost generally more. This one retails for, I think it's on sale right now for something like $1,200, which is a great price for this bike. The other advantage, or the other thing you have to look for, is what type of support does it have? Well, Freedare has a great support line, very responsive. They run a owners group on Facebook, which they reply to daily. Even if you ask questions or have comments in this video, they 9 times out of 10 they will reply to it. They monitor YouTube very frequently, which is a positive because you want a company that is going to have great support. Now, Now the other part that separates Freedare from a lot of other ones is the app integration. Their app, they have an actual app for iPhone and Android to allow you different customizations, mapping features. It also has built-in GPS and some type of theft prevention. I'm not sure how it works, haven't tested that out yet, but you know, with the GPS and everything, it should definitely help out. You know, bike locks only slow the criminals down. But if they can't move these bikes, they can't steal them. I believe it has like some type of like theft alarm. If it gets moved, the alarm will start going off, which is a great feature because that's going to scare them away and everything else. So any type of additional theft protection for bikes is a great bonus. You know, I'm not saying all these bikes are perfect, you know, but like I said, there's a lot of similarities between these bikes, but there's also some differences. So one of my biggest issue with all of these fat tire e-bikes is the weight of them. They weigh between 65 and 90 pounds depending on the manufacturer, which means you need a hitch rack, tray style, or what a lot of people have been doing because of how heavy these things are, is going with dirt bike ramps. This way it's a ramp to roll it up and see how, and that way you don't have to lift it. Those ramps can support a much heavier bike than even what these fat tire e-bikes are. You know, for me, the ability to go travel around, tour places by bike, when you go sightseeing, go to a new city or town on vacation, having a bike is the best way to get around. You're gonna see so much more than you would just walking or driving a car. Plus, with a car, you have to try to find parking, and again, you're still probably walking to certain destinations. A bike, you can, a lot of places have bike racks right up in front, lock into it, throw on the GPS and anti-theft, and enjoy your meal or activity. I suggest actually having like 2 or 3 locks. One of the differences between this bike and when you buy like another one is this one does not come with racks. However, they are fairly cheap. They also run specials to include them at times. So depending on when you buy it, it might come with rack, it might not. I believe the step through does, but the step over does not. But like I said, I mean, for $1,100-$1,200, where a lot of the similar bikes that come with racks are, you know, $1,500 to $1,800. So buying the rack separately is still going to cost you under. So like I said, the advantages of this bike are over the other ones are fantastic. From the torque sensor, it's a quality build. It's a very responsive motor. It's BAFANG. Just like all the other ones, it has the turny Shimano gear system, which is low-end Shimano gear, but it's what they put on them all. They're only 7-8 speeds. This one is 7. but the app integration and just those little features set it apart. Now, they did send me this bike, but I do have some small minor issues with it, which are easily taken care of. One is there is no mounts for a water bottle cage. So you would have to get like one of those that like Velcro around. But my issue with those is that they move around. So they slide, and it's kind of hard at times to get your water bottle out of those. Or you can use a handlebar mounted one, which brings me to my second issue, is the width of the handlebars. The width of the handlebars that come on this bike is 680 millimeters, at least that's what came on mine. I ended up upgrading mine to 720s, which makes it a lot more comfortable to ride. The 680s are just too skinny for anyone. Those are generally geared towards like kids style mountain bikes. And just not good for this style of bike. So they need to put a bigger handlebar on, but you know what, it's, if you go to your local bike shop, a lot of them are going to have takeoffs or handlebars that will work fairly cheap, customized to how you would like it. And yeah, you can buy them on Amazon or eBay or something like that, but go support your local bike shop. You know, they'd be happy to get rid of a pair of handlebars that they have laying around in the back for cheap cost. And it'll take them about 10-15 minutes to swap them out. It's very easy to do. You know, like I said, I put 720s on mine. I could even probably do like a 740, but I think 720 is probably the perfect general size. And that's really my only two issues I have with this bike specifically, which are not big issues at all. Now, I have many other different style bikes. I've tested and had other similar fat style e-bikes, and you know, very similar spec. And I'm telling you, no matter what, when you buy a fat tire e-bike, make sure it has a torque sensor. It just makes the riding experience a little bit more natural. Don't buy one of these bikes and just use the throttle the whole time. You know, exercise, get out there, enjoy yourselves. Now, a couple of suggestions I do have for Freedare, which I know they're gonna probably watch this video, for future bikes. Because right now they only have this bike and the step through. And because of the weight and the size of these things, they become intimidating to people, especially of smaller size. So I would suggest a commuter style bike, one that's a little bit lightweight, skinnier tires, a little bit, you know, for especially like older women or older men, something easier for them to load onto the bike rack. You know, something like with a 2.1, 2.2 inch wide tire, more for just road and light gravel, a little bit lighter weight. I think that'd be perfect. And the other one is I would love for a full suspension plus tire bike. I think a lot of companies are missing out on that market. You know, do like a 140, 150 suspension up front, with a decent slack angle for trail riding. Like I said, full suspension, but do like a 3-inch tire, or like a 2.8, something on the plus side. You know, geared towards a little bit of mountain biking, light trail use. And like I said, make sure it has a good slack angle up in front. BAFANG mid-drive if possible. You know, put it around that, you know, low $2,000 range. I think that would be a fantastic addition to the lineup. There's not much competition in that market right now, so full suspension is a lot comfortable to ride, and then having, you know, plus tire, it gives you kind of that mix of both worlds for tire size. It could be a, you know, the back suspension could be a spring, and, you know, front fork would be air with I would say like a 740 handlebar. I think that's important. And thing is, it doesn't even need a throttle. Now, I'm not trying to have it compare to my Camisole e-mountain bike, because that would be 2.5 to 3 times the cost of what this bike would be. But other brands have come out with similar, but I would say have that a 27.5 or 29, even a mullet. You know, not many, no e-bike companies like this are coming out with mullets. Or even 29s, they're all trying to do 27.5s. You know, when you do some of these bikes, like the commuter or the full suspension, they need 2 sizes at least, maybe even a 3. But that's just my opinion. That's what I would like to see. Personally, I think they're a great company. They've been extremely responsive, and they put out a good product. It's not. I very much enjoy riding it. I've taken out all different places. I've taken out in group rides. It's been my ride home from beer tents, which is probably the only time I ever use it with just the throttle. The only time I actually use the throttle is just get going at red lights when I forget to change my gears. So it just helps you get going. It makes it a little bit easier on the legs. If you can learn that little technique, it will help you out a lot. But hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave any comments and suggestions, questions, all that stuff down below in the comments. Either myself or Freedare will respond back to you. Sorry I was a little bit all over the place. You know, I don't have anything written down in front of me, so I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. And it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed. And I also have a link down below for my affiliate link if you are interested in ordering this bike. You know, where I get a little bit of a kickback. Let me know if you have any other questions. Until next time.